Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Words Matter. Do I have a doozy for you today? Yep, we're unpacking a quote that challenges us in extreme ways. No one is coming to save you. I first heard this quote from Mel Robbins. You know Mel, motivational speaker, author, podcaster. I saw a video of her saying this a few years ago. Now, she also tweeted about it in 2018, saying, "No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to push you. It's all up to you. In fact, you need to parent yourself if you want to make your dreams come true. You can do it. You just have to stop waiting to feel like it." Wait, Mel. What? What? No one is coming to save me? Whew, that hit me hard. At first, those words felt harsh. But have you ever heard something that completely changed your whole life? Yep, that's what this did for me. Now, this quote and the idea behind it isn't new. In fact, in 1994, psychotherapist Nathaniel Branden wrote in his book, The Six Pillars of Self-Esteem, "No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to make life right for you. No one is coming to solve your problems. If you don't do something, nothing is going to get better." Both Mel and Nathaniel, in their own ways, they have delivered a message that is powerful, timeless, and deeply personal. I am responsible for my own life, and you are responsible for yours. So yeah, no one is coming to save you, and they're not coming to save me. And that's okay. It's not their job. See, I believe with 100% of everything I have in me that I am 100% responsible for my own health and my own healing. And no one should do that for me. It's my job and mine alone because my life is mine. My husband's life is his, and my adult children's lives are theirs. My friends' lives are theirs. I don't want the job of living someone else's life. I sure don't want the job of being responsible for someone else's health and healing. My job is big enough for me. And that's the beauty of it. When we take responsibility for our own lives, we stop carrying the weight of what was never ours to hold. That's freedom, friends. But to be 100% transparent, I didn't always think this way, and I definitely didn't always live this way. For years, I was stuck in patterns of blame and codependency and waiting. I waited for someone else to fix things. I waited for someone else to fix me. I wanted someone to swoop in and save the day, to save me. I blamed circumstances, other people, even myself for the state of my life. But I didn't take action because that felt too hard. But here's what I learned through all of that. Blame is a thief. It steals our time, our relationships, our dreams. It steals our possible. It keeps us stuck. Yeah, it's a comfortable trap because it shifts responsibility away from us and what we're doing and puts it onto other people. Friends, blame changes nothing. When we don't take ownership of our own lives, we give away our power. It's actually like handing over the keys to a car that we're meant to drive. We end up stuck, spinning in circles of frustration and hopelessness. When I finally did decide to take 100% responsibility for my health, my healing, everything changed. I realized every aspect of it, from what I eat to how I move to the boundaries I set to the choices I make, even to my mood. It's completely up to me. It's no one else's job to make me healthy or whole. And let me tell you, stepping into that kind of responsibility, it's one of the most freeing things I've ever done in my life. And here's why. When we take ownership, we stop waiting, we stop blaming, and we start acting. And action is where change begins. Ownership is the birthplace for transformation. But let's talk about what happens when we don't take ownership. When we stay in blame or we wait for someone else to save us, we lose time. we lose opportunity, we lose ourselves. How many times have you thought, if only someone else would fix this for me? If only this wasn't happening to me. Those thoughts keep us stuck in what I call our crap in the gap. It's a vicious space between where we are and where we want to be. It's a cavernous gap between who we are and who we want to become, friends. And we all have this gap. It's filled with our own crap. And that gap, it's ours to close. No one else can close it for us. But here's the good news. We can close it. It starts with ownership. Taking ownership doesn't mean doing it all alone, though. Nope, it's not about isolation or struggling in silence. In fact, part of taking responsibility is knowing when to ask for help and having the courage to accept it when it's offered. Here's what I know. If someone offers you a helping hand, it's up to you to grab it. No one else can pull you out of your crap in the gap without your willingness to first climb. Support, tools, encouragement, they're all there to help you, but you still have to take those first steps. You have to grab hold of that hand and pull yourself out. I see this all the time with the women I work with. They've decided they're ready to take back their lives, and I walk alongside them as they step into the ownership of their health and their healing. But they know I can't do the work for them. I can guide, encourage, and support, but at the end of the day, the power is and always will be in their hands, just as yours is in yours. So how do we start taking ownership? How do we move from a place of blame and waiting to action and growth? Well, let me give you 5 questions you can ask yourself if you feel stuck. These questions are tools to help you take back your power and to move forward. So grab a pen and a paper for this one and get ready to write. Number 1, what story am I telling myself about this situation, and how can I reframe it to move forward? Sometimes the way we see a situation is holding us back more than the situation itself. We can reflect on the narrative we're creating. Does it empower us or does it limit us? By reframing our story, we can open up new possibilities for action. Number 2, what is one thing within my control right now that I can do to create positive momentum? When things feel overwhelming, it's easy to focus on what we can't control. Instead, how about we shift our attention to what we can? Even a small action can create momentum and remind us of our power. Number 3, what resources, tools, or skills do I already have that I can use to navigate this challenge? We likely already have the strengths and the tools that we can use. We just need to take stock of them. When we remind ourselves of what's available to us, well, we feel more capable of taking that next step, don't we? Number 4, what would my future self, who has already overcome this, tell me to do today? Imagine the you who has already come out on the other side of this challenge. What advice would that you give to today's you? This perspective helps us connect with that inner self of ours, that wisdom we already have, and go forward acting in confidence. Number 5, am I waiting for permission or am I ready to give it to myself? See, sometimes the only thing holding us back is waiting for someone else to validate our choices. Let's recognize we don't need external permission. We have everything that we have inside of us to be able to give that permission to ourselves right now. Friends, you don't have to stay stuck in your crap in the gap. You do have the power to climb out and rise above. Now is the time, friend. What are you waiting for? You can be the superhero in your own story and save yourself. And you've got this. I believe in you. If you don't believe in you, I will believe in you enough until you do. As always, the words that we see and read, the words we hear, the words we say to ourselves and about ourselves, what we're doing and how we're doing it, all your words matter because you matter. Have a great day.